Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Ask the Website Chicks episode 4.
Forward. We
And
made
that's
it.
Lori. Yes. So we're actually working remotely today. I'm in Vancouver. For those that don't know, not Vancouver, Canada, Vancouver, Washington, right next to Portland, across the bridge. And Tori, where are you at?
My hometown. Don't tell these strangers where I live. Come on.
Yeah, never mind. You did not hear that. We're in Portland.
I mean, Vancouver's fine. Vancouver's fine.
There you go. There you go. That's true. That's true. Your town is a lot. It's a small town. Our Vancouver's growing a lot. Don't come here. Don't read all the awesome things that's happening.
Don't come
Rent is getting very expensive.
Rent is already too expensive. We don't need more people.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. All right. So we're diving into website reviews. Like last time, let me go ahead and add my. Here we go. All right. So if you have a Squarespace website, this is something too. If you didn't know, you can just put your website, ask for feedback. We just went ahead and pulled this one here. Oops, not this one. Sorry. Here we go. Actually forgot where I found that link.
It's on this page. Yeah.
It is, right?
Scroll down just a little bit more. Nope, don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Weird. I wonder if they took it down.
All right, but here is, let me switch to tabs. Share this tab instead. Okay. So here is this website, Child Birth Education and Lactation Center. So first impression, I feel like here, your logo, your name, that's what your logo is for. So let's just leave that for the top bar. The real estate here, the first thing they see should be what you do and where you're at, if you're a local business, along with your headline and call to action. So I would basically take this section here and put it up on top. People, they're coming to your website for the first time. They don't know who you are. So it doesn't matter. It matters more what you do and how you can help them than, hi, my name is so-and-so. Which actually...
Well, yeah, that kind of website design is the equivalent of the first page of my website being, hi, my name is Tori. Like, so who are you? What do you do? How can you help me?
So what? So, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to focus on what's in it for them and why they should keep scrolling. On here, I would recommend putting this under one line and making it, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe is it? I wonder if it's because the sort of navigation that they have.
It is. So Squarespace is weird where when you have it in the 3 like that, it puts a lot of space in between the logo and the navigation. That's why I usually just stick to the traditional navigation of the logo on the left and then the links on the right, because that is the one where it has a lot of space built in. That said, there is custom code out there if you want to find it to reduce the padding between the logo, but then it's going to look kind of off center anyway. Personally, I just like the traditional look. I don't think that we need to like recreate the wheel, but to each their own.
Yeah. I love that you have the book now. And here are 20 years individuals. Okay. I love that you've made sure that you nailed down the location. And here you jump right into the services, which is awesome. I love that your call to action isn't learn more. It's just ready to reserve my spot. So on point with that. I would make this more of a headline and sub-headline tag. Sometimes when you have text like look in a section, look the same, it can be hard to, I mean, most of us are just scanning websites, honestly. So let me see. Okay, childhood classes, not just what to expect. I don't know about you, Tori, simple stuff, but I like text left align. I feel like when you're using bullets, it's just easier to scan. Things that we can make it easier for people to guide their eyes. And here we go. Okay. Oh, I like this. I really like this section a lot. Which class is right for you? Okay. If I know nothing about what I'm looking for and I want some sort of guidance, you're nailing it with this section. Yeah, I think including if you have a website, if you have like who is this for? Is this a right fit? We've seen some websites, and we've actually done some websites where like who it's not for. So if you have trouble, like either or, just it weeds out some people. It helps reduce like the people that reach out to you and they're not a good fit. Pointing it out, just being very explicit is super, super helpful. Our services, I would combine like the services with this section. It seems like this is your service and it seems like you're repeating it here. I would just combine these two and nail down the services. If you have more information, I would include it. Basically put those two sections together.
What do you think about that double line? Because I feel like that makes it hard to read. Like where the double line around. Yeah. I would make it just one if you want to keep it. Because I think that the top one makes it hard to see the difference between the I's and the T's.
I agree. And here, I would save this heavy text for the services page. I would maybe just include a little more, I would include just a little like short text. And then all of this would be best fit in the services or the specific service individual page. I would add the main call to action here again. So if you can be very specific to those, like that specific offer, where they can sign up, where they can register, where they can reserve a spot, I would add it here. So again, make sure there's not too many things. There's no such thing as too many buttons, too many call to actions, because repetition is key. So, when you're repeating like on social media, like what you do, who you help, it works the same way with your website. You want to make sure that you repeat it in all the places where people come to something and we're like, oh, I guess we do have them. I would just move them up. And sometimes things get wonky too as you're editing your website. You're like, so it's good to check. Just check and make sure that your buttons are where they need to be.
I would check it on mobile too, because a lot of the time those kinds of columns can get really funky on mobile.
Perfect. I loved how you did social proof, testimonials. That's awesome. FAQs. This is great. This is, for anybody that has a website this is great for SEO. And then finally, a final call to action, reserve your spot. That is awesome. And more social proof.
Yep.
Anything, Tori, from you?
No, I think you hit it all.
All right. Hope that helps. And I love that you're using the announcement bar for announcing your something that's time sensitive. So that's a good use of that. All right, next up. So last week we chatted about how we're taking the Square site, which is different platform than Squarespace, and we're redesigning it to be built on Squarespace. Just basically, you have more control over the design, especially if you're a food business that really wants to stand out. And we'll show you what that looks like. So this is a Square site. I would say if you are a food business, the main thing that you want to do is have all your website in one place. It's helpful, but if you really want to elevate your brand in your website, here's what we're working with. Let me.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you
what
we're supposed to be
seeing.
Sorry. There we go. Sorry.
This is
So this is the one we're changing. Yeah. So this one is Square, not Squarespace. They're two different companies, annoyingly named the same thing. And this is what we're changing it to. So you can see that there's a lot more that happens on here, and it's a lot easier to design this kind of stuff built into Squarespace. This is also what our coder has made from a Figma file, so like a design file. So we still have to go in and kind of like do the final tweaks, which we'll share next week. But as you can see, it looks a lot fancier, and I feel like really helps just like show the quality of the restaurant. Like the other one just doesn't make it look like you're going to get an amazing experience, and this one I think does make that a lot clearer.
Yeah. And something with Square Online is you can't do these sort of sections. You can't do these sort of collages. You can't have this sort of layout. So things that kind of help with user experience of just what do people, what we want to draw the attention to. It's easier to do platform like Squarespace. I don't know about you, Tori, but I feel like the last 20% of building a website sometimes requires like 80% of your time. So just remember that if you're launching your site and you have a hard time, like towards the end, it's like a lot of tweaking, moving, making testing responsive, things like that.
That is normal.
All right, Tori, what do you want to share?
All right. So we have another website made by, I think you have to put it on there. Perfect. Okay.
Yep.
So how do I say it correctly? El Goloso?
El
Like,
Goloso.
okay. So their food is also amazing. And this is a website that somebody that we work with frequently made in a hurry, as he says. So, and he's actually like a really amazing designer. So you'll see that there's a lot of like cool touches design wise that are in here, but then there's also some things conversion wise that I would add. So the first one that I see here is we have the order now button like front and center in white, which I love, but I would also put that up in the header. And the header is just really hard to read because it's black on red, which works on some of the screens of the website, but it's a little bit harder to read on this one. And then I was just about to ask you to scroll and I forgot that I have the scroll. So you can see how it works here, but you just have to custom code it, which is annoying sometimes so that it shows up above. And then this, like, I love the way that this looks. This is the kind of thing that he's like known for. Like, it seems like it's so simple and yet it really works. So then we have our most popular dishes. I love the way this looks. I also like that it says that it's gluten-free and has vegan options, but I feel like that needs to be a little bit bigger. And then I think that we need to put another order now button here. And I feel like people get really like, oh, that's too many buttons. It's not too many buttons. Put the buttons on there. You want to get them while they're hungry and like interested. So, and then as we scroll down the page, this one looks good. I don't know if you have anything there, Lily. I mean, I love that this like call out for catering. I love the photos. They have amazing photos for this one. And then I like the footer. The only thing I notice is I think this one doesn't work. Yeah, so that doesn't work. And then also this get exclusive deals and discounts is like a rewards program, but I feel like there's not like I would add a headline or something there to make it more clear like what that it's like an email sign up. Because
Mhm.
otherwise I feel like it feels like you're just like a little bit of a bait and switch and it's not. It looks like it should be a list of like what you're getting instead of like, hey, give me your
Yeah.
email and then I'll tell you what you get kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Anything
basically
to add?
I would just say, yeah, to your point is like when you're collecting an email, right? Most of the times, like, what is in it for me? Some people will offer like a freebie, download a PDF, get the special discount. Like, so for the email subscribe button, I would say like,
Hmm.
if you're doing like sign up and get $5 off your next 35 plus order, something like that. Something that just incentivizes them to do so, especially for food,
Yep.
right? Food businesses, if you want their email, you can't collect it in the point of sale when you are like when they're paying, but this
Yep.
is another way to do so on your
Mhm.
website.
And then I want to show the catering page too, because I feel like this one I really like that it has like a different vibe that still works. So you'll notice that like the other one, it feels way more like taco trucky. This is a taco truck. And then this one is like, hey, like we are a taco truck. Also, we can do refined, we can do elegant. And I feel like he really nailed that part here. And I really love this headline. Like this is exactly what we always tell people to do is like say what you do and where you do it right front and center so they cannot be confused. And then this page I feel like is super well done. We have the photos, we tell them what you do, and then you go straight into a form that they can just actually like put in an order and figure out how much it's actually going to be, which I think a lot of people are really resistant to in the beginning because it's a lot of work to figure that kind of stuff out. But when people don't have to talk to you to figure out how many, like what number of zeros they have to spend with you, it's so much easier to talk to the right clients that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did work with Miguel. Shout out to Miguel if you're watching this on the catering forum. The biggest thing is blocking out, reducing the DMs, right? Sorry, let me. So
Mhm.
if people are constantly asking you questions like, how many is it for this? How much more for that? Are you
Yes.
available this day? All of this, just this system,
Mhm.
we use Jotform. It connects the Google Calendar. So the integration, if somebody books you, it'll block out that date. So it just
Mhm.
reduces the back and forth.
Mhm.
In anything that can help you just save time on answering
Yeah.
questions in DMs. So if you're a food business specifically, ask yourself, what are the questions that I constantly get asked over and over and
Mhm.
over again? Or even just like a PD, like this will take you through like the option to review the contract and make a deposit. So,
Mhm.
and I kind of feel like maybe we should add that too. Like even in the text saying like how the form works is like, here's the step, right? Outside of
Mhm.
this, where people can't see it. Maybe like one is like the next first step is to fill out the form. The next step is sign
Mhm.
the contract, and the third step is pay your deposit, and then the
Yep.
fourth step is you're booked. Something that gives
Mhm.
people like just peace of mind knowing that they can check
Like,
off this task
this is the
list.
process.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then this is the process. You'd be surprised how many catering forms are done outside of business hours. I work with a
Mhm.
lot of food businesses, and they like people are making orders like at midnight or like
Mhm.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
And as a business owner, right, you do not want to be answering those
Yeah.
calls, texts.
Yeah.
You want your
At
website to
those
be there
times.
for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, when you're running a business like a restaurant, like you don't really have convenient time to be asked about pricing. Like it's better to
Mhm.
sit down, try to think it through with formulas, and then just like see how that goes than every single time someone asks you to have to like come up with a new price on the spot. Like that's hard when you also have a whole business to run. So
Mhm.
I think
I feel
that
like
job
that's
forms can really help.
I feel like that's the equivalent of like service provider. One thing
Mhm.
Tori's really good at is like nailing what is your offer? What do you want to offer? Deciding, choosing a price, picking an offer.
Mhm.
What does it include? Packaging your offer. And I think
Mhm.
for the equivalent of that for food businesses is like, how much are you going to charge for this? If they want this option, are you going to offer it? How much are you going to charge? Is it per person? Is it per like in bulk? How are you going to offer it? So those two things, that's something we can help you out with. So if you
Mhm.
need help, if you want us to review your site too, drop a comment.
Yes.
Do you want to do the third example or do you want to save that for next week?
We can save it. We'll
Okay.
leave it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, hope this is helpful. Again, if you want, here, let me switch the view. This works. Awesome. Join us next week, next Wednesday, where we
Yes.
review active sites, real businesses, real feedback.
Mhm.
These businesses are running, they're making money each day, and Squarespace helps them do that. And we
Yes.
can help you fine tune your website to just
Yes.
keep
Let
improvising.
us know if you want us to look at it.
Yeah, awesome. We'll see you next
Perfect.
Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.